Hello, hello. Thank you for joining today. So let's start our intention activation session. If you've been standing for quite a while, I suggest you stand up, shake your legs, and give yourself a stretch. I'm doing that anyway. A good stretch and being very present to how your body feels when you're stretching it. Paying attention to all of your sensations as you're moving your body. Already bringing you a little bit more present. And then when you're ready, sitting down, preferably with your feet on the floor if you can. Just notice the weight of your own body where you are sitting. Noticing the points of contact between your body and your chair. And then going one step lower and now focusing your attention on your feet and noticing the weight of your feet on the ground. Noticing the points of contact between your feet and the floor. And if you wish to, visualizing as if your energy, like roots, is anchoring itself into the earth, having that intention to ground yourself. And it's possible that as a result of doing that, you might feel the energy coming from the earth with a little bit more clarity. And then switching your attention, your focus away from your feet, and this time in your chest. Focusing your attention in the center of your chest. Focusing your attention in your heart. Focusing your attention in your heart. If you want to, you can place a hand over your heart, noticing the point of contact between your hand and your heart to help you focus there. Or else just tuning in a little bit more into hearing or feeling the sensations or the sounds of your heartbeats in your chest. And as you're tuning in, connecting with your heart, then start to visualize or imagine as if your breath is flowing in and out directly through your heart. Imagine your breath flowing into your heart when you breathe in and flowing out from your heart when you breathe out. And as you keep visualizing the flow of your breath connected to your heart, now I'm going to invite you to breathe a little bit slower and a little bit deeper than you usually do, slowing everything down to a pace that is both comfortable for you and also as rhythmic as you can, as balanced. Repeating the same rhythm from cycle of breath to cycle of breath. And we'll keep doing that for a minute or two together in silence. Just breathing in slower and deeper in a comfortable, steady rhythm. And I'll let you know when we are ready for the next step. Okay, and you might have started to sense feelings of quiet, calm coming over you. That is the whole point of this slow deep breath. And so we're going to take advantage of this quiet place to contemplate first the future, and then have a look at the recent past and see if we are already on a good track to achieve our goals. So first, let us remind ourselves what is the future that we're desiring for ourselves. Whether it's the vision that you have for your life, if you're clear on that, what you want to have in your life to feel that you've lived a life well lived, or else it might be something more short term, maybe some goals that you have in the next few years or in the next few months. In any case, just remind yourself of the direction that you're giving yourself for the future. What's important for you. Okay, so now we are clear on the direction we are aiming for towards the future. So now we're going to briefly turn toward the very recent past, and And just reflect on how the week that has just finished, that is just behind us, how the week unfolded, what worked well, and also what didn't work as well as we hoped for. Just to have a little reflection for ourselves. So if that helps, you can imagine as if you could turn yourself towards the past in your mind's eyes. If that helps, you can imagine as if you're floating above last week, floating above your timeline, so that you have a bird's eye view on the past events. And from there, just contemplate without judgment for the areas of your life that are important to you, what worked really well, and what didn't work as well as you hoped for. For the thing that work well, think about everything you want to maintain, nurture, expand on, the things you want more of in the future. And for the things that don't work as well, think about those in terms of what you'd rather change, what you would rather let go of, and what you would want less of in the future. So let's give ourselves a little bit of silent time to do that. And I'll prompt you when we're set for the next step. Keep reflecting last week, what worked well, what didn't work as well as you wanted. Okay, one more minute reflecting on last week. And one more thing to consider when you're noticing that outcomes, results worked well. Also notice whether the process, the journey that took you there, was it also a process, a journey that was pleasant, supportive, bringing you joy, energizing you? And vice versa, even if a results or outcome didn't work out, just notice maybe the process or the journey that took you there still had joy, flow, satisfaction. So be careful not to discard anything as not working well just because the end result didn't make it. Just distinguish also in the journey what was possibly positive. Again, another minute. Okay. And now we're gonna close this part of our contemplation with one question. Just ask yourself if a version of last week was to repeat itself over and over into the future, would it bring you closer to the vision that you have for your future, or does it bring you a little bit or a lot off track? Doesn't need to be very precise, just getting a sense. If nothing changes, if last week repeats itself, is it already designing a trajectory that aligns with your future goals, or is it slightly off track? Okay, and if it is off track, no panic, because now in this next part, we're going to work on realigning everything. And to do that, I'm going to invite you to first gather all of your imaginative capabilities. And this is the fun part. Let's imagine a version of the week that is starting today where we'll experience the best possible outcomes, the best possible scenarios, the most enjoyable journeys in a way that aligns with the vision that we have for our goals and our future. So I always suggest that starting with yourself, imagining the best possible state for you to be in when you're at your best potential, best mood, best ways of operating, of being. What are you creating? What do you make happen? And from there, start imagining what does your week look like starting today? What are you making happen? What decisions are you making? What actions are you taking? What does the week look like, sounds like, and feels like as a result? And we are going to build on this. But starting with you, imagine the best version of you. Imagine how you're setting in motion a flow of positive, creative action So imagining, visualizing everything that you would be employing your free will, your potential to. And then, as of course, we're not living on a desert island all by ourselves, then also start to notice and imagine how the flow that you're creating is influencing, reflecting upon the people around you, and all of the positive consequences that this has for themselves and for you by ripple effect. So imagine people around you being impacted by this flow of energy that you're creating in life. How do they respond? How do they respond towards you, towards other people as well? And possibly what decisions are they making? What actions are they taking that actually has positive repercussions for you and everyone involved? It means that thanks to those people who have maybe some power over things that you don't have power on, suddenly they are making decisions that impact everyone for the better. What does that mean for you? Then what does your week look like and sounds like and feels like? As your flow impacts and influences other people for the best, what positive outcomes are generated that now impact you positively? Seeing that ripple effect, and pushing your imagination even further, knowing that you've created a ripple effect in the world that keeps impacting layers and layers of people and goodwill, generosity, ideas. Now just allow yourself to imagine what positive, unexpected possibilities are coming back your way as a result. Surprises, unexpected opportunities, doors that open seemingly randomly, but sometimes not so randomly, just indirectly, because you've created such a flow of positive energy, and this energy ripples into the world, and you're reaping the rewards. It might look random, it might look unexpected, but just allow yourself to play with this, to dream. What could that look like? How does that make your week more interesting, more fun? So just imagine new opportunities, new possibilities, synchronicities. What does that look like? And allow yourself to imagine wildly all of these gifts coming back to you. And even if you're not quite sure what to imagine, you just imagine receiving a gift, literally wrapped in wrapping paper with a big bow. Imagine that's handed over to you, life handing this over to you. And imagine yourself unwrapping the paper, and even if you don't know yet what's in the box, just visualize yourself welcoming these gifts into your life. And now let's set an intention as yes, our imagination is great and it helps us to create this version of the week. But what if there are so many other things that we are not even able to imagine yet? There are infinite possibilities in the universe, and there is so much that we're able to imagine right now. So let's set that intention that we are absolutely willing to welcome in our life opportunities and possibilities that are so far beyond the realm of our own imagination. Let's set that intention that when we're seeing one of those opportunities, we will recognize them for what they are, even if they look wildly different from what we know, and we will welcome them into our life, allowing ourselves to change paradigm and step into realities that we can't even imagine right now. Okay. So just say yes to this possibility in your mind's eyes. And now I'm going to invite you to just notice how you're feeling. We've just imagined best possible scenarios for the week. How does that feel? Because remember, your mind doesn't really know the difference between what's real or imagined. So right now, the frontier is very blurred. So how does it feel? How does this imagined reality feels like in your body? Maybe it's a very familiar feeling that you can name, you can put a name to it. Maybe you're not quite sure, you just feel it in your body. These are sensations. And either way is perfect. We are now gonna make them more and more vibrant in our experience. So I'm gonna invite you now to imagine as if these sensations, these feelings are flowing in and out through your heart with each of your breath. Every time you breathe in, just imagine, feel these sensations entering your body through your heart. Every time you breathe in, it's as if you can feel them with more vibrancy inside your body. And every time you breathe out, imagine or feel as if these sensations are flowing out from your heart into the space in front of you and around you, as if you're radiating out these feelings from your heart. Every time you breathe in, feel the feelings entering your body through your heart. Feel the feelings with more strength. And every time you breathe out, feel those feelings flowing out into the space around you, in front of you. And notice how this energy, the energy of these sensations, are radiating out of you. Every time you breathe out, it's like they're shining a light brighter into the space in front of you. Every time you breathe in, you feel them more and more. Every time you breathe out, you radiate them out more and more, with more and more intensity. Breathing in, feeling them inside your body. Breathing out, radiating them out with more and more power into the space in front of you. And now the sensations, the feelings are getting so strong that every time you breathe out, this energy, this heart sensations are so strong that they're like a laser beam shooting out from your heart. A laser beam that you can actually see now, literally carving out a portal right in front of you. The intense energy shooting out from your heart is so strong. It's literally able to carve out a doorway right in front of you, a doorway into space, and which is also a doorway through time. You're literally carving out a portal through time and space. You know now that on the other side of this portal is a new version of the week that is starting today. It's a new reality, it's a new timeline that is perfectly aligned with your vision. It is perfectly created by your heart energy. So now, let's get ready to walk towards the portal. Take one step through the portal and then another step through the portal. Now you're fully entering this new version of reality, and you're noticing that the portal is dissolving behind you. You're cutting ties with the past. You're now fully on this other side. You're on the doorstep of a new reality for the week that is starting today. So just take a moment to enjoy Enjoy the sensations, taking deep breath, breathing in all of these new possibilities that you have now fully access to. As you breathe all of these possibilities in, you might even feel a tingling to the core of your being, a tingling, all of your cells resonating to the tune of this new reality, these new possibilities. So you're tuning your body up. You're attuning it to this new version of reality. And as you breathe out, maybe breathe gratitude or appreciation for this new reality that you're in. And notice this expansiveness. Notice the connection. Notice this new world of opportunity that is offering itself to you, that you have created. And now we're going to anchor ourselves in this new version of reality even more, and we are going to anchor ourselves in it in a way that we can easily bring back to our awareness during the week whenever we need to remind ourselves of this reality that we're in. So to do that, very easy, just first bring your thumb and index finger of your right hand, press them together. And for now, focus on all the sensations of your fingertips touching, pressing them together, thumb and index finger. And now do the exact same thing with your left hand. Bringing your left thumb and index finger together, pressing them together, and feeling all of the sensations of pressure between your fingers. Now you're on your left hand. All of your attention on these sensations. And now do this exact same things on both sides at the same time, right and left, pressing your thumbs and index fingers together. And this time, try to find a point of perfect same pressure on the right and the left. Focus all of your attention, finding that point of equilibrium between right and left. And as you do this, all of your mind is focused on finding this point of equilibrium. And as your mind is fully focused, it means it is fully present, 100% present. And as it's fully present, it has no choice now than to release the grip that it has on anything from the past that doesn't serve you. Your mind releases the grip on anything from the past that do not serve your vision, your goals. Your mind is now free of all connections to the past. Keep focusing on this point of equilibrium. Your mind is fully present, now fully accepting of the path that you've stepped in, fully accepting this new reality, this new timeline for yourself. And so now, every time during the week, anytime that you feel you need to remind yourself of this path that you're on, this new version of reality, all you will need to do is bring your thumbs and index fingers together on both hands. Find a point of equilibrium. And then your mind, your psyche will bring you back on this timeline, this version of time and space that is aligned with your future vision, your future goals. So you can, if you wish to, you can release your fingers and press them again together just to get the habit of using this anchor. Releasing it, then pressing your fingers again. Every time you press them together, your anchor brings you back. And when you're confident that you have it, we're now gonna bring ourselves back in the here and now, the new here and now. And to do that, let's rub our hands together until they're warm. Place them at the top of our head and just touch every part of our body from our head down your neck, our shoulders, our arms, then back from the top of our shoulders to the front of our body. We're really touching all parts of our body to remind ourselves of the boundaries of our own physical body. You can touch the sides from under your armpits to your thighs, touching your back as much as you can, touching your legs from your hips, thighs, knees, lower leg, and your feet. And here, if you cannot touch your feet, is fine. Just press your feet onto the ground again. This is just to ground ourselves again, one more time, into the earth, and maybe having a few more moments of gratitude, this time for the earth, thanking the earth for allowing our existence into this plane. And then when you feel ready, just opening your eyes, and that is it for today. So whenever you need to, remember to use your anchor, bringing yourself back on track with the trajectory that you're creating. And we'll keep readjusting week by week. So I'll see you next week. Thank you, everyone.